Hi everyone, welcome back to the Reddit drama channel with another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and like the video if you enjoy it. Also, please click the notification bell so you won't miss when another cheating story goes live. These simple clicks mean a lot to our channel, and thank you for your support.
I asked to see my girlfriend's Snapchat, she refused and then I just need some support. I'm effing heartbroken. My girlfriend and I had been together for over 4 years and were living together for 2. About 8 months ago she started a job at a factory. She's a very young, very pretty blonde girl, so I was weary but I trusted her. Immediately she gained a close friend, we'll call him Sean. She said Sean was a great guy and kept the creeps away from her at work. Fast forward a few months and I see her and Sean are liking every single post the other posts on every social media platform. I ask my SO if she has been talking to him outside of work. She says no and I ask if she'd prove it by showing me her Snapchat, not the kind of person I am but I knew something was up. She refuses and admits she's been Snapchatting with him. I keep my cool, but things only get worse with how close they were. Eventually I message him, very politely, and ask him if there's anything going on and tell him I'm uncomfortable with the level of their friendship. He responds back like the nicest guy I've ever heard. I'm harmless, we're just good friends, you don't need to worry about me, we'll only ever be friends. I felt better. Fast forward again a month or so later and she starts going for drives at like 1 a.m. Like 4-hour drives. Now we shared our location so I know she didn't go anywhere to meet him. But it's still suspicious as hell. Things like this keep happening and eventually I confront her. I think you're cheating on me with Sean. She's flabbergasted. I would never do that. I'd break up with you before I cheated on you. He's just very nice. I believed her. About 3 weeks ago I went to bed, she's asleep, and her phone lights up. I peek down at it and it's a text from him, his name, she didn't even change it to hide they were texting. The text says "Good night, baby. Sweet dreams, I love you." I immediately wake her up and confront her and she's suddenly a mute. Won't say a word. I kicked her out of the house, because it's mine, and she left. She was afraid to go to her parents so she just stayed in her Jeep all night. I tell my very close friends what happened and it just so happens the guy lives right around the corner from him. At about 9 a.m. that morning my friend peeks around the corner and there's her car. In Sean's driveway. She had been texting and calling me all night begging me to hear her out and patch things up. After about a week of begging me and me saying no, I finally cave. I told her we will talk when she gets off work, remember, they're co-workers, and she's very happy about it. I get off around midnight and decide to drive past her work since it's only about 90 seconds from my house. There's her car parked right next to his, in the back of the parking lot with no one around. She'd been talking to him still the whole time. I lost it. I go home and start threatening to kill myself. She called the police and I was admitted into the hospital for 3 days. I get out of the hospital and get my phone back. I wasn't allowed to have it in there. She's blowing me up with paragraphs about how I'm her soulmate and she's so sorry and she'll be here waiting for me when I'm ready. At this point I'm beaten, deprived of all joy. I continue to talk to her and she tells me she hates him because of what's happened to us and she hasn't talked to him since that night. Stupidly, I meet up with her a few nights later and we talk in my truck. I tell her she's in a safe space and can tell me the truth about anything and I won't be mad, or tell her I'm done with her. At the end of the conversation I ask her to prove she hasn't talked to him and show me her texts. I watch her delete their conversation in the reflection of my window before she shows me her phone. She must have argued with me for 10 minutes saying she didn't delete anything before she admitted it. I lost it again. How, after everything you've said to me, can you still lie and talk to him? You must be in love with him. She says she's not and that hadn't been texting in that sort of context. Over the last few days people have reached out to me with stories about her and Sean, all things I didn't know about. Hickeys, her being at his house, etc. I spoke to her briefly earlier tonight and told her I forgive her, I do. I don't plan on getting back together with her. She randomly stops messaging me back. I got a text from the friend who lives by Sean and he says that she is parked in his driveway. This was about 6 hours ago and she's still there, at his house. I'm effing broken. I love this girl with every fiber of my being. We had a life planned. I had my late grandmother's necklace made into a ring to propose to her, and she knew. We were looking at houses to buy. We had 12 animals together. We were perfect for each other. She was my best friend, my everything. I don't think I'll ever love someone like that again. I loved her with everything. And I end up coming home to an empty house and cry in the shower while she lays in bed in his arms. That's my effing girlfriend, not his. This is so effing hard. Here is the second story. My 38M girlfriend, 40F, and I are both lawyers. I'm a partner in a law firm. She is a district attorney prosecuting sex crimes. Her office is at the local county courthouse. We have been in a relationship for a year and a half. We have no children together, but she has two children from a prior marriage. She had previously told me that she had flirted with this coworker, which I thought was relatively harmless. Yesterday, she informed me that she became intoxicated during lunch and proceeded to, in a conference room at the courthouse, watch her coworker, another prosecutor, masturbate. She also indicated that she pulled her pants down while doing it. While she immediately told me about it, this was a complete violation of our boundaries and my trust. I feel incredibly violated and hurt in every imaginable way. I am also very concerned as her paramour just got married. I do have the contact information of his wife, via LinkedIn, and am considering disclosing the affair to her. I am just so sick of the deceit and want to prevent her from dealing with what I have. They do not have children yet, so I would view this as an opportune time to inform her, though I am concerned about the ramifications. For instance, if she informs my girlfriend's superior about what happened in the courthouse, they both may lose their jobs. As much as I don't like what my girlfriend did to me, in mitigation she did tell me immediately and apologize, so I'm not sure how to proceed forward with that situation, but am considering my options. I do not want her to lose her job or endanger her career prospects. However, my central issue is whether or not to inform the wife of my girlfriend's paramour. I know that if I was in her situation, I would want someone to inform me, but I want to avoid being petty and causing unnecessary issues. Update: I informed my girlfriend that her AP, think that's the right acronym? Needs to inform his wife of exactly what occurred. If I don't receive confirmation that he has done this, with appropriate proofs, within the next day, I will be reaching out to her. Update 2, I told her. Update 3, I initially reached out to her on LinkedIn. She responded immediately and gave me her number. We spoke for a while. She disclosed they had a 6-month-old of which I was unaware, and she suspected something has been going on for a while and that I validated her concerns. She really appreciated me telling her. Here is the third story. A couple of months ago I found out that my girlfriend texted another guy while she was very drunk and said if I wasn't with me, I would have a thing for you. To which the guy asked what you been drinking? She said wine. It sucks because I am definitely attracted to you. If I wasn't taken, would you be interested? No, you got a good thing going already. Even if I was single? And the guy never responded. Some backstory: this guy is a family friend of ours and has gone on vacations with us and my girlfriend's family. I knew she had a tiny crush on him, but that's obviously not cheating. I was fine. It's normal to be attracted to other people even in relationships. I just didn't know she thought about him this much. Also, at the time of the text, our relationship wasn't doing too hot. I was severely depressed and kinda checked out, and my girlfriend was frustrated and didn't feel seen. We talked about it and she explained that she was purely just physically attracted to him and that she royally fucked up and would never do it again. It's been 6 months since and she has been nothing but supportive and our relationship is doing much better. But I can't get these texts out of my head. Would you consider this cheating or at the least, emotional cheating? Edit: oh, I forgot, she sent the text when I was right next to her and it was on the day I paid for us and friends to go wine tasting. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.